Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas with you on a beautiful day. Welcome back to the library. I am so excited, guys. I'm going to share with you an amazing book, Great Expectations. And every time I present a book, I feel kind of a responsibility because I want you to read it so bad. And I don't want to mess this up. I want you to be passionate about going and getting this book and just letting this beautiful prose just wash over you. And the story is so beautiful. And Helena Bonham Carter, I love all the movies she's been in, right? When I think of her, I think of Tim Burton. I think of Harry Potter. I think of these gothic, atmospheric films that I love. And so when I heard that she was in the adaptation for this, I thought, okay, I'm going to read this. Then I'm going to watch the movie. Then I'm going to listen to the audiobook. I knew I was going to totally get into this. And my friends, I also fell in love with Charles Dickens' writings. He's a genius. The prose is so beautiful. Not a word wasted. And the story, oh my gosh, for me, it was amazing. As a matter of fact, I'm ready to read it again. I mean, it's a chunky one, but it's just the pacing is fast, it's good, it's exciting, and I couldn't wait. I mean, it's one of those you don't want to put down. And so our protagonist, Pip, he's a young boy, and he's raised by his sister. And her husband, Joe, he's like a father figure, but he's also the bestest of friends. But when Pip starts going to the mansion of Miss Havisham, which in the movie was played by Helena Bonham Carter, and he starts to see kind of an idea of wealth, he meets Estella, a young girl about his age, and she kind of shuns him because he's poor. His hands are rough because he works with Joe as a blacksmith, and he starts to think he wants more. He wants that prestige and that wealth so that he can win the pretty girl. And he starts to have these great expectations. And a mysterious benefactor provides him an opportunity to go to London and become a gentleman. And so now you start to see Pip, his attitude change. Like before, Joe was his best friend, and now he's just too low for him, right? He's almost an embarrassment to him, even though he hasn't accomplished anything yet. Just his high, grandiose dreams of what he's gonna be, And then there's expectations, there's dreams, there's goals. These are important, but not not at any cost. And you start to see, like when Pip gets to London, it's not at all what he envisioned, right? It was dirty. It was dark. There was things going on that weren't the way he had pictured it in his mind. And, it made me think of like Los Angeles, right? Because I grew up in California, and now I moved up to the Pacific Northwest. There's like an image, an idea, but behind it, it's just empty. It's a facade. It's fake. And so society's opinion says that, right, this is real living, right? You're not living if you're not experiencing the pretty girls, the money, the fame. But haven't you noticed this? Have you ever wondered, why are these famous actors and rock stars committing suicide? They have all that. And it's because they find out it's empty. It's hollow. And they don't know where to go from that. I think of religion. Jesus called the religious leaders of his time whitewashed tombs. They looked all holy and righteous on the outside, but inside they were dead and decaying and dying, right? Have you ever dated a whitewashed tomb, guys? They got the makeup and the high heels, but dead and dying on the inside, and their decay starts to suck you down, and I think what this book is trying to get us to do is what's right, what's real, what's really important. Well, what substance? And as if I can go to Papa Magus mode for a minute, maybe think about instead of the girl with all the makeup and big boobs and high heels, maybe think about the sweet young girl with tennis shoes that reads books. Instead of the big flashy shiny car and the big giant mansion. If you don't have love in it, if you don't have that substance. And again, I think that's why those rock stars and movie stars and people that seem to have it all kill themselves, because they don't have that substance, that what's real. And then they're like, well, what is this all about? I've got everything that society told me would make me happy and was it. They basically sold their soul for it, right? Did things they didn't want to do. Then they're ashamed of themselves. And it didn't bring any satisfaction. Maybe you have to experience it. I hope we can learn our lessons from books and other people's warnings. But sometimes, in this life, we got to experience and know it for ourselves. And so maybe if you find yourself in a situation where it seems dark and hopeless, just remember, you can always go back. You can go back home. You can find that substance. Right? For myself, I can go out, take a good book with me, sit out in the garden with the sun on my shoulders and the beautiful flowers, the pinks, and the whites and the yellows and the pale blues and the bird song, and just know that life is beautiful. Life is a gift. I can surround myself with real people. Right? Not just trying to present an image, but that have substance, that have heart, that have love. Those people are out there. And as you start to hold that love and that goodness, you'll be in resonance for it. They'll be attracted to you. My friends, put some love in your heart and a smile on your face and a kind word in your mouth. Start to see the world for what it really is. It's a beautiful gift. If you won't get lost in the lie and illusion, but you'll stay with what's true and substance and real and right. My friends, follow that guiding light in you. All of us have it. It knows the path to go. And sometimes we get taken off course with these false lights, right? You got to follow that true light. You'll know it. You can always go back to it. You will find that love, that peace, that joy, and that substance. My friends, so Great Expectations, it's a fun book. It's adventurous. It's mysteries and twists and turns you didn't see coming. And the prose and the writing, every word that he uses in this book, never wasted. It's always painting a picture that you see in your mind and you feel in your heart. All right, guys, I love you so much. I got to share this with you. For those of you that are still here, I just finished the puzzle. I always, every time I go to the bookstore, I try to get a puzzle that has books in it. And I just finished this one. Take a look at it and know I love you.